Hola Spanish 2. I want to take a quick minute to explain some more information about the story El Conde Lucanor and Don Juan Manuel, the author himself. And I'm going to do this using quizzes as my format. Okay, normally I would have this on the whiteboard in the classroom. And I would have you doing the quizzes, but then I'd be explaining it to you as we went along. So I'm going to try to do this as clearly as I can here in a video. Okay, so when you get your quizzes, you're going to have 10 questions in this particular one. And so I'm going to go through these questions and translate them and give you some explanations here. Okay, so número uno, ¿quién escribió El Conde Lucanor? Okay, and you should know that that means who wrote El Conde Lucanor. Okay. Número dos, las obras de Don Juan Manuel están escritas en. Okay, obras is my word for the works. Okay, meaning like a work of art or a work of music. So the works of Don Juan Manuel are written in, okay, so is it verso or prosa? Okay. Número tres, ¿de cuántos ejemplos o cuentos está constituida la obra? Okay, so how many examples or how many stories make up the work? Okay, see that word constituida, constitute. Okay. Número cuatro, un conde es. A count is, okay, well, I just said it there, a count, okay. All right, número cinco, ¿quiénes son los personajes principales de El Conde Lucanor? Okay, so personajes is my word for characters. So who are the main characters in Count Lucanor? Okay, and I'm going to tell you that they are pictured here. This is Count Lucanor, El Conde Lucanor, and this is Petronio, his advisor. Okay. Okay, number six. ¿Quién da solución al problema? Okay, that means who gives or who offers a solution to the problem. Okay, all right, and I'm going to tell you that it is Petronio. Sometimes Petronio is illustrated wearing green, and sometimes Petronio is illustrated wearing red. Okay, so don't get confused about the color of their jacket. Okay. All right, number seven. En todos los cuentos se repite la misma estructura. Okay, so that means in all of the stories, the same structure is repeated. Okay, and we're talking big structure here. Okay, so we've got two choices, and I'm going to show you what the answer is because I would have this written on the board for you. Okay, all right, so we're going to start out with number one, exposición del problema. Okay, that means like the exposition of the problem. Okay, we're talking about a problem, and it's always Count Lucanor coming to his friend Petronio saying, Petronio, I've got this little problem, or I've heard about somebody doing this. Okay, and then he'll say, what should I do? Okay. The second step, or the second part in this structure, is the narration, la narración. Okay, and Petronio is going to say, well, Count, let me tell you a little story about so-and-so. Okay, so that's going to be part two, narración. Okay, part three is going to be el consejo de Petronio. Okay, you remember this word, el consejo means the advice, okay? So this is the advice of Petronio. He's going to say, you know, Count, this is what I would recommend, okay? But then he's always going to say, but it's up to you because you're the count and I'm just your advisor, okay? Then part 4 in the story is the moraleja, okay? Hope you can see the moral in there, okay? And this is a unique part of the story because Petronio is no longer speaking and neither is Conde Lucanor, okay? It's the author himself, Don Juan Manuel, is going to be using his own voice, okay, to speak the moral, okay? So the 4 steps to the structure, okay, of all of these stories is exposición del problema, narración, consejo de Petronio y finalmente moraleja. Okay, número 8. ¿En cuál siglo fue escrita el Conde Lucanor? Okay, so in which siglo is century. Okay, so in which century was Conde Lucanor written? Okay, oh, my answers are showing. Well, you knew it wasn't 21st or 20th, okay? And you would remember that Don Juan Manuel, you know, was born in the 1280s and then he died in the 1340s, okay? So the answer is going to be siglo XIV, okay? It's going to look like that, siglo XIV, okay? Okay, number 9, número 9. ¿Cuál es el objeto de la obra? So, which of the following is the object of the work? Okay, all right, so you've got some choices that you need to read and think about. And finally, number 10. I was talking about this with the structure, okay, of Count Lucanor stories. Okay, so number 10, la estrofa final de 2 versos está escrita en voz de. So the final stanza, okay, and it's written in 2 verses, is written in the voice of, okay, so which one is it written in? Okay, all right, so I will show you that one. It is Don Juan Manuel, okay. It is not written in Petronio's voice. It is not written in Conde Lucanor's voice, okay? And Miguel Cervantes, oh, that's much later. That's the 1500s, right? He wrote Don Quixote. Yes, he did. Okay, so don't be confused. The final 2 verses are written in the voice of the author himself, okay? All right, so that should give you a little explanation of the quiz's questions. Hasta luego.